welcome to our playoff edition of Friday Football Fever. Coming up tonight, the Longhorns try to take down the Big Bad Bears, along with Zapata, Bruni, and Hebbronville all in action, plus our last player and Band of the Week awards. But first, we start right here in Laredo with United South getting a true home game. The Panthers taking on the number 4 team from District 29 6A in the form of the Harlan Hawks. This was supposed to be the bi-district matchup last year, but Harlan had to forfeit for COVID reasons. Picked this one up early in the second quarter. The Panthers down 6, but on the doorstep of the end zone, Luis Cisneros in the back corner, Javier Rodriguez snatching that ball out of the air with one hand. The extra point is good. Just like that, South up 7-6. On the ensuing drive, the Hawks trying to answer South defense, coming up with a stop, though, thanks to Pedro Diaz. Blowing this play up. Well, after the Panthers return the ball back over on an interception, Harlan getting to work. On 3rd and long, they're going to look over the middle. Isaiah Manchester getting loose in traffic here, coming down with the catch. A monster game. Going to set up the road team inside the red zone. A few snaps later, no one going to take the running back, going right up the middle. Noah Ferris finding Jacob Gonzalez just across that goal line. The Hawks jump back out in front, 13-7. This time, it's South that needs to respond. They go to their running back, but in the flat. Brandon Benavides getting to the sideline. I promise you, he's going to pop out here. A huge gain. Showing a little heart at the end, trying to break that tackle and get into the end zone. Instead, he's got his team inside the 5-yard line. They're going to be facing 3rd and goal, though, from the 2. They need to punch this one in. They go the old quarterback sneak. Cisneros getting behind his big hosses in front. He's in. Gives South the lead back 14-13. Well, just before the half, the Hawks, 1 second left on the clock from about midfield, trying to go with a little razzle-dazzle. The ball going to be bopped up into the air. Sean Medellin coming away with the fumble. That's how the half ends. South would score early in the 3rd quarter. Only see Harlan tie the game at 21. But his second touchdown pass to Rodriguez proves to be the difference. Then Witz Lopez coming with a pair of 4th quarter interceptions to seal the game. A 28-21 win for the Panthers. They will now face the winner of tomorrow's bi-district game between Edinburgh and Harlingen. Up to San Antonio we go. The Longhorns trying to do something no one else has this season. Let's stop the Brennan Bears. Opening drive for United, pinned deep in their own end. Forced to punt. It's blocked. The ball is loose and the Bears snatch it up. They take it in for 6 and an early lead. Later in the quarter, Brennan showing off their playmakers. Looks like United has the ball carrier all wrapped up. Check it out, bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tackles. Then finally going to get the sideline. He's into the clear 36 yards later, and it's a 14-0 lead for the home team. United needing to respond in the worst way. They get down to the goal line, the handoff to Cesar Ramirez. Going off, coming from the left side. He's got just enough to get in, cut that lead in half. The Longhorns with a little bit of life. The Bears are going to get on the board again, deep inside United territory on the rollout. Not going to get much pressure here. Going to find the in-between route. Just like that, back to a 21-7 game. Just before the half, the Longhorns trying to get a little momentum into the break. Axel Chavez in the corner. He's going to find Juan Andrade, able to haul that one in, keeping United breathing. The Longhorns, though, can never get any closer than that. United falls 55-20. They see their season come to an end in the bi-district round for the 2nd year in a row. We're just getting started here on Friday Football Fever. When we get back, we got Zapata trying to take down a top 10 team, plus Bruni and Hebbronville in action. That's all coming up when we return. We're back, and all 3 of our area teams also in action tonight. Zapata, Bruni, and Hebbronville looking to move on to the area round. Kick off our small school coverage with the Badgers of Bruni over in Taft. Whole lot of blue and yellow as the Badgers facing off with the Luis Hornets tonight. Opening drive for the Badgers. Albert Esquivel on the rollout to his right. Can't find anyone. Finally, what's he going to do? Yeah, tuck it and run. In from about 8 yards out. The PAT is good. Bruni up 7-0. After both offenses stall out, the Hornets facing 2nd and long. They're going to toss into their big back. Going to rumble through the defense. Going to end up dragging some Bruni defenders with them for a 1st down. As the Hornets got a little something cooking inside the red zone. Couple snaps later, who they're going to go to? Right back to the well. Tavion Kimball, right up the middle. He's in for 6. The PAT is no good. So Bruni's still holding on to that lead. They're trying to respond are the Badgers. They need a big play, and they get it from Adrian 5A. Check this one out. Off the right side, it's a foot race, and this is one the Badger, he's going to win. He's in. The PAT is good, making a 13-6 ball game. Bruni, this one gets close for a little bit, but the Badgers end up doubling up the Hornets. They win at 32-16 with the victory. Next up for Bruni, Burton. That's coming up in the area round next week. Over to Falfurrias, Zapata taking on state-ranked Cal Allen. Cal Allen early on in this one. Ebi Hinojosa going to go off the right side, trying to turn that corner. He does. He's in from about 16 yards out. Make it 7-0 Cats. Well, Zapata trying to answer. They're going to go to the air, looking across the middle. This one going to be intercepted, throwing this one into traffic. The Cats going the other way with it. Cal Allen trying to capitalize off of that turnover. Check out the tough running. They're going to, from the quarterback, Bryce Burnett, right at the goal line, taking a couple of pops, dragging defenders in, making 14-0 Cal Allen. After the Zapata offense stalls out, the Cats going to be looking for the kill shot. They're going to go to the air as well. Put this one up, but great concentration off the receiver's hands, and then Gabriel Gonzalez with the interception. Unfortunately for Zapata, a tough go tonight. They can never really get going. They fall to Cal Allen 55-10. As the Hawks season comes to an end in the first round of the playoffs. One other score from tonight. Could Hebbronville advance on? No, they fall to Stockdale 23-6. A heartbreaker for the Longhorns. Well, they had a lot of seniors over there. They were hoping to make a deep playoff run, but just not in the cards tonight as they fall to the Brahmas again, 23-6 over in Refugio. We're not quite done with the Fever just yet. When we get back, time to hand out our final pieces of hardware for the season. With our player and band of the weeks, that's coming up next. For the last time this fall, we get the chance to step back and honor the best of the best from last weekend, and it's only fitting that we head down to United South. The Panthers finish off the season in style with a dominating win over the rivals from LBJ. Big part of that was thanks to the hands of Armando Garza, the senior, going for 256 yards and 4 touchdowns receiving last week. He's now the all-time leader at United South in both catches and yards in the season. Garza's coach praises the young man for the strides he's taken on the field to become a record setter, while the wideout himself remains humble.
It feels good, just running in the end zone every time, and all the linemen happy about it because it's just on one play, so they're happy they don't have to run. I just want to thank all my teammates for helping me block and everything, so I want to thank them.
He's come a long way, obviously. You know, he's a 2-year letterman for us and a special kid, man, he really is. You know, what he did out there is not very common, to be honest with you, coming up with in-district play. You know, so we're very, very proud of him.
Congratulations to Garza, the Panthers, and all the young men that were able to win that plaque this season. Always a tough choice on who to select week in and week out. Not enough awards nearly to go around. All season, we've had the chance to highlight our Laredo bands. We finish off with the Mighty Tigers from Martin High School. The Tigers recently finished off their fall marching season with a bang, earning straight one to the UIL marching contest while picking up an invitation to the area meet. This year's performance was called La Fiesta Mexicana and had almost 140 students playing their hearts out, all decked in red. The Tigers were led by drum majors Alfredo Gutierrez, Leslie Hernandez, and Alondra Hippolyte. Congratulations to the Tigers and all of our area bands on another great fall season. Before we leave, a shout out to the Panther faithful. As for the 3rd week in a row, they come out to vote for their guy, stuffing the ballot box on Facebook, where more than 1,500 ballots were cast. Their guy, Javier Rodriguez, taking home the top prize as our final King of the Mountain winner, thanks to this nice run for a touchdown topping Eagle Pass a few weeks ago. Shout out to all of our plays of the week from this season. Of course, to you guys, the fans, for coming out and voting every week for your favorites. Before we get out of here, this is our final Friday Football Fever of the season. I want to give a big shout out to everybody behind the scenes. You only see my ugly mug every Friday night, but there's a lot of people that help put this on, from everybody in production, our camera crew, directors, tape ops, everybody back there, our producers, as well as the photographers that we send out into the field every week, sending them out to Bruni, Zapata, Hebbronville. A big You see those videos from out of town, way out of town, it's usually them coming through. So before we get out of here, a huge thanks to everybody that helped put this show together. Again, United South coming up with a big victory. They will take on the winner of Harlingen and Edinburgh. That game's going to come tomorrow night. Of course, United South already faced Harlingen earlier this year. They fell to the Cardinals. Also, Bruni moving on. They'll be taking on Burton in the area round. Our other three teams, United, Hebbronville, Zapata, they all go down in defeat tonight, so they see their seasons come to an end. We'll be back here next week with more high school football as we get ready for United South and Bruni. Have a great weekend, everybody.